ground, shaking underneath, trying to take me alive.
Mark walked inside the house and stood at a distance before looking at both of you. The car is ready, shall we? Jungkook looked at him and then at you while you tried to control your smile. Jungkook again looked at him. Then wait inside the car. Why did you come here? He looked a little puzzled. If I wait in the car, then who'll gonna carry you? Nuna can't carry your weight. Jungkook poked his inner cheek while you were trying your best not to laugh. He got up and walked near him, making him extremely shocked. You call her Nuna as if she's your real sister, huh? And forgot about carrying me, okay? Mark looked at him up and down with same surprised expressions. You can walk? You again started walking? You also came near him, surprised, right? He looked at you and nodded. There's so much more to go. Let's go, he said, walking ahead while Mark looked at you. I'm not dreaming, right? You chuckled lightly and pinched his cheek. It's real. There was tears of happiness in his eyes. Wyan, you have to come with me and stop being so friendly with him, he said from a distance while you chuckled. Jealous, you laughed. As you all walked inside the company building, everyone has those shocking expressions on their faces to see Jungkook. He was walking without crutches. It wasn't less than a miracle. In these months, he has changed a lot, seems a little cheerful. They were standing and bowing to him. Before going to his office, he looked at you. Are you going to be busy today? You nodded. I have a meeting with overseas clients and then I have to attend a seminar with board of directors. He nodded. Let's go on a date after work. You chuckled and nodded. Only if I don't drain out completely. Don't worry about that. Leave all that on me. You smiled shyly. Mark cleared his throat. If you're done, then you also have a meeting in a minute. Jungkook looked at him. Don't you think you have started talking more than needed? Mark looked at you. Why are you looking at her? I'm the one who is talking to you. I'm doing my work. Stop it, guys. Not here. I'm going back. He walked away from there while Mark started looking around trying to escape from Jungkook's cave. You talk a lot in front of her. How about grabbing a coffee together? Only if you are free. You looked at your wristwatch and then at him before smiling a little. I have time before the next meeting so we can. He smiled. Let's go then. A waiter came and placed your coffees on the table. Thank you. He bowed and left, then you looked at your dad. How is mom? She's good. Miss you a lot these days. I'm planning to meet her soon. He looked at you. After a short silence, he spoke. Heard about Jungkook. Good to know that he's doing fine now. Yes, he healed sooner than expected. He nodded. That's why we shouldn't judge things so quickly. True happiness doesn't come without efforts. And you proved that. Appa, I'm sorry for being rude to you earlier. You said looking down while he shook his head. You were right on your place, but I also knew that I can only count on you, and that's why me and your mom asked you to marry him. I don't know what made me accept that marriage when I wasn't ready at all, but now I thank myself and also you guys. Though it wasn't the right situation, but I met the right person, and I can never be this much grateful. Thank you. Good to know you're happy. Your sister must have learned her lesson. You can never get everything without any hard work. You have to give something to get. Appa, I have to go for a meeting. I'll see you later. He nodded as you both got up. Good luck. You chuckled and bowed before leaving while Mr. Choi smiled softly. Are we going home? Jungkook looked at you. Yes, why? Do you want to go somewhere else? You slowly shook your head and looked outside the window. You thought Jungkook forget about the date. Jungkook looked in your direction and smiled slightly because he knew what you must be thinking. Did Mark go somewhere? Jungkook shook his head. No, but he won't be driving my car from now on. I can do by myself. Why exactly did you get annoyed by him? He's such a good guy. He has become more casual after you guys got along well. You couldn't help but to chuckle. You covered your mouth with your hand, seeing the decoration in front of you. Your heart just melted. He walked behind you and kissed your neck before back hugging you. Why is this so similar to my dream? There were tears in your eyes. I want to turn all your dreams into reality, and I'm happy that I'm able to go near your dreams. You removed his hands from your waist and turned towards him. But when did you do all this? You have meetings all day, right? He chuckled and again wrapped his arms around you. For you, I can spare time from anywhere. We looked down, then he grabbed your hand and walked you to the table before making you sit on the chair. Yeah, you crying again? Why did you always turn everything emotional? I thought you would be happy. You chuckled and wiped your tears. I'm happy. In fact, I can never be more happy than this. He held your hand before intertwining your fingers with his. Let me fulfill all your dreams. I can never show you how much I'm in love with you because it's just infinite. You just changed my life, and now I just want to dedicate this life to you. This is the best confession I've ever heard. You both chuckled. I don't know why people say you weren't an expressive type of guy, but now I got my answer. Really? You nodded. So tell me why? Because I wasn't there in your life. He chuckled, making you smile too. Yes, because no one has ever done this much for me. I never knew I would find someone who gonna love me like this. But now I realize that life can be unexpected. You just have to believe in it. Yes, and also that you can never change your fate. You're gonna get what is destined to you. Blaming others is just an excuse. He brought your hands near his face before placing a soft kiss on it. I feel so lucky to be destined for you. Did you prepare any food also? He looked at you speechless when you suddenly mentioned food in between such emotional and heart touching conversation. I'm sorry, but I didn't get time to eat anything after breakfast, so I'm a little hungry. He chuckled and got up. Now you're going to taste the most delicious food in this entire universe. He looked him amazed by seeing his confidence. Really? From where did you order it? He gave you a look of disbelief. I prepared it with my own hands. This will going to be the first time you'll taste the food I cook, right? And I'm dying to try. Bring it on the table. Just give me a minute, Your Highness. He chuckled and went to bring the food. You convinced Jungkook to meet your parents, so you guys finally came to your house. You both came out from the car and was heading inside when your eyes fell on your sister, who was coming from the opposite direction. But her steps slowed down seeing you and Jungkook. She was more surprised to see Jungkook, as it could be seen from her expressions. You straight want to go inside the mansion, but how can she let it happen? She walked near you. What's this? You seem so fine. Jungkook looked towards you as you felt a little disappointed how she was indirectly making him feel uncomfortable. Only, why don't you just go wherever you were going? She scoffed and came near you. Now you'll tell me what I should do in my house? This house doesn't belong to you only. I'm also a part of it. Of course, in fact, our so-called parents, they also did scam with me. They knew that he's not disabled or whatever, but of course they want you to get all the happiness. That's why they played like that. Jungkook was about to say something, but you grabbed his hand, stopping him, and then looked at her. So you just denied to marry because you thought he was disabled? How come it was their fault only? Isn't it your karma? You really got so much attitude. You forgot to whom you are talking. She raised her hand to hit you, but Jungkook grabbed it and clenched his jaws. Keep your hands in control. Don't you dare to touch my wife. Her eyes were burning with jealousy. She looked at you and jerked his hand before walking away from there. Jungkook looked at you and grabbed your hand. Let's go from here. I can't stand at the place where my wife don't get respect. You stopped him. Mom and Dad are not like her. He sighed. Don't you think we go on too many dates these days? He looked at you. Really? But I don't think so. I still feel like there's so much left to do. Don't know if we'll be able to cover all those moments in this life or not. I wish that we won't. He looked at you confused. Why did you say that? You stood in front of him, so that in the next life, destiny would again bring us together. A soft smile appeared on his face as you again started walking holding hands. Do you see any dream again? You looked him puzzled. Dream? You laughed a little. Why did you ask? So that I can recreate it in reality. It's fun, you know. You laughed again. Why are you laughing? I'm serious. You literally get serious about anything. Well, my biggest dream has came true and now you already made my life dreamy. So I don't think I need to dream about anything. Then how about we create my dream? You looked at him curiously. And what are your dreams? He stopped and inhaled deeply before looking at you again. To have a cute and happy family. Your cheeks turned pink as you blushed. I just want to create a happy family that I always wanted to have. I want to become the best parent for my children that I always wish I had. I will never ignore them for my work. I will never let them feel like they have no importance in this world. There was pain in his voice. You knew how painful his past was, and you would be happy to create a small family with him because you knew that he's not only a best husband but also will be a best father. And you would never let him long for that. You slowly hugged him and patted his back. No doubt he will be the best father. They will be proud of you. He hugged you back and closed his eyes as a tear left from his eyes. 2 years later. Jungkook came inside the room hearing his son crying, and the first thing he saw was you sleeping, forgetting the world around you, while your son was crying as he woke up before you. Jungkook walked inside the room and picked him up. What happened, my boy? Mama is not listening to you, huh? He was still crying. Oh, so you spoiled your diaper. It's okay, Appa is here, so don't worry. Mama looks so tired, so let her sleep for some time. He took a diaper from the drawer and walked outside so that you can sleep peacefully. He changed his diaper and also fed him some baby food, and now Jungsu wasn't crying. Jungkook picked him up and started playing with him. The baby was laughing and giggling as his father was trying his best to lighten his mood. He just came back from office and didn't even change his clothes. I know that no matter how much effort I put and make you smile, but you still like your mom more than me, right? Jungsu might not understand him, but he made his father chuckle with his giggle. I can understand, son. She is an angel and anyone can easily fall for her. But we are lucky to have her all with us, right? He kissed Jungsu's forehead. After some time, you came in the living room as you looked panicked when you didn't find Jungsu beside you, but a shaky breath left from your mouth when you saw Jungkook playing with your son. He sighed in relief and stood at the corner watching both of them. He was making him laugh while the baby boy was so happy to be with his father. Jungkook indeed proved that he is the best father in this world. You decided to take a break from your job until Jungsu gets a year old or two. You just wanted to raise him well, and Jungkook is equally supporting you. In fact, he does most of the work. When did you come back? Jungkook looked towards you as you came near them and looked at your son. I got scared when I didn't find him in my bed. You playing with Appa, huh? He woke up, so I thought why not we spend some father and son time, because when his mom is awake, he ignored me like I don't even exist. You laughed a little. Don't say anything. Jungsu started extending his hands towards you, telling you to carry him. See yourself, he was okay playing with me till now, and now you came, he needs you. Don't get him wrong, he wants you to change and get some rest, right baby? You care about Appa a lot, right? Jungsu was just smiling looking at you. See, you don't even have to make any effort to make him smile. He's just happy with you. Don't worry, when I have a daughter, she'll love me more than you, and you'll be jealous. You laughed looking at him. He's not even 1 year old, Jungkook. Do you think he would understand all this? Jungkook pinched his nose lightly. He's a very smart boy. He understands everything. Okay, now go and change your clothes, because today I've prepared something special for you. Really? You nodded. Then I'll be back in a minute. He kissed on your cheek and then looked at Jungsu, who was looking at him. What? He's my wife, okay? I can kiss her. Jungkook leaned to kiss you again, but Jungsu put his hand over his mouth as he looked at him surprised and then laughed. I can't believe this. Did you see? You nodded while laughing. You need to be careful from your son from now on.